Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I coach people. I do job search coaching, leadership coaching, career coaching to help people perform at an extremely high level. I was listening to a podcast this morning from someone from LinkedIn who was talking about a lot of different things. And one of the things that he spoke about was what he judged to be the number one deficiency that firms insist on looking for, that job hunters don't really stress. And what he was speaking about, and I'm going to add a second one because I've heard this time and again. The number one thing that LinkedIn has identified is missing in most candidates on the platform is good communication skills. Now, I want to speak to those of you who are not born in the United States. And for those of you who have been born in the United States and who have, I'll politely say, average to mediocre communication skills. These deficiencies in your oral communications are hurting you. I'll use an example from when I was still doing search, where the hiring manager from the North was interviewing the candidate from the South who spoke with a drawl. Now, I could do this from a multicultural perspective, but no matter. The candidate was rejected because it wasn't perceived by the hiring manager that he spoke well. For you who's been born outside the U.S., who are soft-spoken, for you who's born in the United States and whose diction is not ideal, it is important for you to improve these skills, because even though you may be competent or exceptional at what you do, it is going to come back and bite you in the butt at some point in your career. For many of you, skills get you to a certain level. Your knowledge will get you to a certain level. However, what will get you to a higher level is your ability to communicate your ideas to others effectively in order to be persuasive. You see, this is where it comes back to hurt you. Persuasion skills. And thus, you will be an excellent doer. And people who do stuff are only paid to a particular level. Individuals who manage individuals are paid at a higher level. People who lead people are paid to an even higher level. And the ability to be persuasive and to speak well becomes a big part of that. So, number one skill I'm going to bring to your attention is oral communication. Number two, and again, this falls into the soft skill category, passion, zeal, excitement, the heart of what you do. I was talking with someone who heads up a function for a firm, and we were talking about his performers in his group who were A performers and the B performers. And he thought I would go to C's, and he goes, I've got no C's, I've got D's and F's after that. What makes a D or an F to them? They don't have the drive to be exceptional. Hiring managers want to see your passion. They want to see your heart for what you do. They want to see the drive. And that's not in terms of hours. They want to get a sense of your intensity level. Now, you may have been trained at some point in your life to take it easy and be cool about things, whatever excuse you want to give. But the impact of that winds up being is that you're not showing your drive for excellence in the course of your interviews. So I've got to encourage you, bring it back to the surface. Don't hide it from people. Just because you work in an organization where mediocrity is the norm, you don't have to comply with that. I know when I worked in recruiting, I've worked in offices where they really wanted to chop down anyone who wanted to aspire to be exceptional, because that didn't fit in and it made other people look bad. As I heard in a class I took some years ago, environments tend to win. And if you think about the environment that you're in, does it nurture you being exceptional, or does it nurture you being average and ordinary? If that's happened to you, there's an impact on how you appear on interviews, and you've got to bring that soul back into the process. So, number one reminder, if you have issues with oral communications, work on them. You can go to Toastmasters meetings. There are any number of places where you can practice speaking and work on improving your diction and understandability. And number two is, if you've been trained to be average and fit in and be a team player instead of exceptional, start thinking about what you can do to nurture that quality in yourself that drives for excellence again, so that you can show it in the course of your interview. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope you'll reach out to me for coaching, which you can do through LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Once we're connected, message me that you're interested in coaching. We'll set up time for a free discovery call. If something I've said has piqued a question for you for some reason, I don't respond to questions on LinkedIn. I get too many of them. It takes too much time away. I do respond to them if you contact me in one of two ways. There's an app called Magnify, which is a video app for iOS devices. You can contact me through Magnify. You can also contact me through Presto Experts. That's prestoexperts.com, where you can do a phone call to me. Again, Magnify with an I is a video app for iOS devices, or prestoexperts.com. Hope you have a great day. Take care.